Hey guys, Phoenix98 here, and I wanted to make a video why Secret of the Mimic proves that Tales of the Pizzaplex isn't canon, basically TalesGames. I assume you know what that is, considering it's a Surviving Freddy's video. Basically, it's the idea or theory that everything that happens in Tales of the It's the idea or theory that everything that happens in Tales of the Pizzaplex is canon of the game, otherwise known as TalesGames. But yeah, in this video I'm basically just gonna say how Secret of the Mimic pretty much debunked all that. So to start this off, I just want to make it clear I was never against TalesGames. I know that's like a pretty controversial thing that has been going on for the past few years, but I was never fully convinced on the evidence of TalesGames or Stitchline games, which is basically anything that happens in the stories that relate to the Stitch Rape and Fazbear Frights are canon to the games. But yeah, I was never really convinced on either side, so I tried my best to stay neutral until the games gave us a solid explanation. But fortunately for us, Secret of the Mimic did that. And I mean, I was always a little bit skeptical, more so Stitchline, because Into the Pit basically just said Vanessa and Gregory somehow existed when the missing kids incident happened. But ignoring that, I'm gonna give some reasons why Tales game isn't canon and how Secret of the Mimic shows that. So let's get into that. So some pretty clear evidence is, for starters, in the books, the technicians who go to Edwin's abandoned factory that him and David are living in give M2 the legs for a Mimic 2. But in Secret of the Mimic, it gives itself legs, which, while not confirmed, considering we don't see it, I feel like it's kind of implied the Mimic took Edwin's legs, which is a little dark. But anyway, the next thing is, Edwin didn't make his company after he got out of college, like in the books. He inherited it from his father, which happened in the games, not the books. The next thing I would like to point out is that in the books, Fiona dies giving birth to David. However, in Secret of the Mimic, she is alive at least until David is 3 or 4 years old, and continues living as M1 or the earlier version of Nexus, and she dies at Fall Fest, supposedly. The next one is Edwin is dead in Secret of the Mimic, as the tape in his office heavily implies. This means all of Tales of the Pizzaplex can't happen because, or even what it's implied, Tales of the Pizzaplex implies how security breach happens, because the storyteller story can't exist without Edwin being alive and much older, so there's also that. Next in the books, the white tiger that appears as a ghost in Secret of the Mimic, his name is Tiger Rock, and in the books is much more mechanical. But in Secret of the Mimic, it's just a ghost. Whether it's the ghost of a prior employee or David himself is not clear, but it is pretty clear that that is not the mimic in that level. Whatever the white tiger is not the mimic, because the mimic is unable to do anything like that. That is most definitely supernatural in nature. There are plenty of other examples, but I don't want to make this video extremely long, so I'm going to leave it at that. The books, yet again, similar to the Silver Eyes, Twisted Ones, and Fourth Closet, are basically just to give us more context on the games and what to fill in some of the gaps, even if it's not exactly what happened. And honestly, I don't think that's a bad thing, as much, even if it makes things more complicated. That's kind of the point of the FNAF lore. The franchise wouldn't have survived this long without it being this complicated, so there's that. So, personally, I don't mind this outcome. And either way you slice it, I do feel like the books not being canon is neither a good or a bad thing. It's just neutral. I feel like either side, that's really, I feel like it's honestly better it's been deconfirmed, because it's caused such a big debate and like so much toxicity that I'm kind of at this point glad it isn't canon. But yeah, to conclude this video, my next video I'm going to be making is about how my general thoughts on Seeker the Mimic as a whole, story-wise, game-wise, etc. Sorry I haven't been making videos recently, from, like, work to other personal stuff. I haven't really been making videos, but because summer is starting, I'm gonna try to make all the content I've been wanting to make for a while now. And thank you so much for watching if you watched this far. Goodbye.